Hey y'all, get ready for Conversations with Deborah Franklin. Hey y'all, get ready for Conversations with Deborah Franklin. Sit back, relax, grab you something to drink because we're getting ready to dive right in with conversations for the grown and sexy. Well, hello, everybody. What's up, y'all? Hey, it's another night and it's conversations, and you already know I'm your girl, Deborah Franklin, your hostess with the mostest. Y'all, tonight's show is all about what? The family business. Y'all, I'm so excited about our guest that we have on tonight. Before we get to the guest, I just want to share with you, for those that may not know, and this might be your first time tuning in, and you really don't know who I am and what I do. Y'all, I'm Deborah Franklin. I'm an author, a speaker, but most of all, I am the CEO of Conversations with Deborah Franklin, Church Girl CEO, and Deborah Franklin Publishing. Yes, I said it, y'all. I'm so excited about everything that we are doing and everything that is getting ready to launch off and be in, oh my God, that's happening right now. That is just popping off, and it's just February. Y'all, I'm so excited about this. You just never know what's going to happen, who you're going to connect with, and with all the different platforms that are out there. And you just have to be ready. So tonight, this is what I came to tell you tonight. You got to get ready. Get ready, because one thing about in this season and in this time with all the different platforms that are operating, everybody's saying they want to have a business. Everybody's saying that they want to make their millions. Everybody's saying they want to do all of these things, but they are not ready. You have got to start tapping into your greatness and then not being ashamed to share your greatness, because a lot of times you're not getting out there because nobody even knows you exist. You're not telling anybody because you're so used to being the cheerleader that you don't know what it takes to be the quarterback. But you know all the plays. Okay, let's look at it like this. Y'all know my background is, well, some of y'all may not know, but my background is theater. So you always have the main character, and for that main character, there may be an understudy. So for that understudy, they know all the lines of the character that they're understudying for. They know everything. They know the blocking. They know the lines. They know the timing. They know the set. They know everything. So in case something happens with the main character, guess what? The understudy can pop in. That's what God is getting ready to do for you, but you've got to get ready. You have got to start learning how to operate in the area that you want to work in. Because just like in the scripture, when it talks about, y'all, when I saw this, it just totally messed me up. It says, Luke 16:9, and when she finds it, she calls her friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost coin." Y'all, somebody is looking for you. It's not saying that you're lost, but they're looking for you because what you have to say is what they need to hear. The service that you have is what they need to get. You are lost to them. And do you know, when they find you, they're going to rejoice. They're going to call their friends. They're going to call their neighbors. And guess what? For those that are in the service industry, you have just got clientele. Honey, that's what we're going to be banking on. You are going to be looking at, now I got all these people that are calling me because I was that lost coin. I was who she was looking for. I was who they were looking for. I was who they needed to help them take their business to the next level. I was who needed to give them that encouraging word. I was who they needed to show to give them that new branding tip, that new mindset shift. You are that coin, y'all. When you know that you are that coin, you might be lost, but you still have value. You might be lost. You might still be that coin. Now, you know that penny that always gets stuck, or that quarter that always gets stuck and it looks all dirty and grimy. And even that dollar bill that's all mushed up, wet, and looking a hot mess. Guess what? It still has value. You still have value. Whatever you may have gone through, whatever you have experienced, you have got to get up, dust yourself off. You know how you leave that dollar bill that's all grungy and then it get into the washing machine and then it get caught up in all the clothes? Well, I really like it. I really like it when it happens as a 20, because that really gets exciting. When you get that $20 bill and it's been washed and it's crinkled all up, and then you put on that pair of jeans and you reach your hand in that pocket, and then you're like, oh my God, I got $20 that I didn't even think about. That's what somebody's going to start. That's the reaction that somebody's going to give you when they find you, because you are that important You have that much value. You are a standout. You are a superstar. I don't know who this is for, but you have got to know that you got to start preparing yourself. And as you're preparing, yeah, it looks like it's dark. Yeah, it looks like it's never gonna happen. Yeah, you done got told no than more than the law should allow. But guess what? That yes is getting ready to come. That yes, that acknowledgement, that next step is getting ready to come. That next piece of creativity is getting ready to come. And you're going to be on the receiving line. And then when you receive it, you're going to be just like that dollar bill that got stuck in the washing machine. You've been going through all the agitation. You've been going through the cleaning process. You've been going through the getting ready process. You've been getting ready. You've been getting ready. You've been getting ready. Then you had to go through the dry. Y'all, that's a whole different situation. You've been tumbling. You've been tumbling. You've been tumbling. Now you're dry. But think about it. You were clean. You went through the process. You were clean. You was in the pocket. You were hung back up or folded up. However you do your jeans. Think about it. I just want you to take on that thought process. Look, just think about what you do with your jeans when they come out the dryer, or even if you don't put them in the dryer. However they dry. Think about how you felt. And that's how your new contact is going to feel when you get close to them and you are who they have called to help them go to that next level. You are it. You were chosen for this. You were created for this. You have the knowledge, you have the skills, but you got to get ready and start tooting your own horn. Because when I tell you, I used to be that person. I used to be the one that worked in the behind the scenes. They'd be like, "Oh, can you create this for me?" "Yeah, I got it. I got it." My name never showed up. Nobody even knew I did it. But you know what I was doing? Even though nobody knew I did it, I was getting my skills together. I was getting it in. I was doing what I had to do. And lo and behold, doors started open for me. Doors started opening for me because I started to open my mouth and tell people what I can do. "Oh, you need this done? I got you, boo. I got you. I got you. I got you." All I want to tell you tonight, if you get nothing else from this motivational moment, is that you have got to get ready. Get ready, because this is the season, because somebody is looking for you. Just like the woman was looking for her coin that she thought she had lost. They're looking for you. And when they find you, they're going to rejoice. They're going to tell everybody. They're going to share it with the world. They're going to scream it from the rooftops. They are going to tell everybody because they are looking for you. You are it. That's right. Toot toot. I am here. That means it was some song. Toot toot. Hey, beep beep. Yeah, it was some song that went like that. And that's what y'all need to start doing. Just start walking around the house. If that's what you got to start doing to yourself to motivate you to start getting in there and grinding and doing what you got to do, getting that flyer done, getting that e-card done, getting that e-business card done. Honey, just start walking around the house like toot toot. Hey, beep beep. Yeah. Toot toot. Hey, beep beep. Yes, honey, get into your groove, because when you change your mindset, when you start looking at you as being the author and the being who you are, that's what you got to do. That's right. I'm here. Hey, Sarita Moore, what's up, girl? Y'all, we have got to learn to work together and do what we have been called to do. And if nothing else, guys, I want you to remember somebody is looking for you. Get ready, because you're getting ready to be found at whatever level. Just be ready, because this is the season that everybody's getting ready to get found. It's no more time. Hey, you can't be in the background anymore. You have got to get ready and be ready, because it's getting ready to happen for you. Well, all right, guys, our guest is in the building. I am so excited. We met on a new platform. See, this is why I'm telling you, you have got to start to experience new things. Y'all, we met in Clubhouse. Yes. You have got to start getting ready and start using new platforms. Don't be afraid of it. Don't get thrown off. Just start getting out there and start meeting people and start talking to people, and it's just so cool being on that platform. And now, y'all know I don't advertise for anything. I don't promote anything. But I'm going to tell you, Clubhouse is the truth. And the good part about it is that people are on there telling the truth. You can go into any room and be able to talk to somebody that you would have never been able to talk to. So, some of the good things that have come out of this great situation of being at home is that everybody's at home and everybody's okay with sharing their thoughts. They're okay with sharing how did they do, telling their story, and willing to do whatever it needs to do, because guess what? They're at home too. So this is the cool part. So y'all, will be right back with our guests right after this messages. Hey, Miss Jodi.
Hey, Deborah. I feel like right now I am just like toot toot, yeah, beep beep. I'm just like tooting all over. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm so glad you are here with me tonight. Y'all, I know some people saw that we were like, we're talking everything but balm. And I'm like, I bet they were looking like, what? Yes, y'all. But it is the family business. That is what we're talking about. And I know me. I don't think I can work with my family. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't know if I need an invite. I don't know what that. Oh, invite. Okay.
Oh, we got to get her in.
Yeah. Come on,
Sarita. Oh my God, get her in here. So I could be her lost coin right now.
Ooh.
Right?
My God.
She might need to hear what I have to say. Let's get her in here. I might be her lost coin.
You might be it. And she wants to come in the clubhouse, but I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all could work together, because let me tell you what she does. She does holistic. She does meditation. First of all, Sarita is like a beast with everything. I'm giving her a free plug. I'm giving her a commercial. She does salsa.
Let's give her a plug.
She does salsa. She does soups, and she does meditation. So and she makes this body scrub. Yeah, she gave me some for my birthday, and I was like, woo, yes.
Sarita's like salsa, soup, and meditation, and she's salsa, soup, and scrub.
That's it.
Salsa,
and she does it.
I'll invite her. Wait, tell her to put her name. Tell her I'll email her an invitation. I have like 3 that I haven't even used.
I think I got 5. So we
Okay. You better invite her in. That's right. You gotta start inviting people in.
I got to start inviting people. I am like the worst, but being on Clubhouse has definitely been an experience. And and it's the cool part. It is like you get to meet different people right when you least expect it. And so that is like the cool part of everything with that. And that's how I met you. We were on a thing on a Sunday. I think you were we were in the room together, but it was so cool. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Tonight we are talking about everything Jodi Harris and PinkSav. And I want to talk to people about a little bit about you.
Okay. So first of all, I'm so excited to be on your show. You are honestly amazing. So I just feel like honored that I even got to like meet you. I had no idea what was about to happen. And I'm tuning in. I'm just tuning into you because you're amazing. Okay. So a little bit about me. My name is Jodi, and my grandfather invented a diaper rash cream called PinkSav, and that was in 1927. And then my grandmother, she ran the company until she was about 98 years old. And she and my sister worked together. And it was the way it went down was, it was like, this is before computers, before everything like that. And she used to write in all of the different, like, we owe this person, we did this. It was all like handwritten. And this was, way back when. And then my sister had to help her and try to teach her how to do everything and kind of make it more modern. And I'm so sorry right now, in full disclosure, I'm so distracted because I don't see you and all I see is me. So I'm literally talking to me right now. Oh my gosh, come back. Oh, thank God you're back. I need you. Deborah, don't do that to me again.
On the stage. Well, I'll be right here listening. Yes, I will.
Okay, I need you next to me. It was just too scary. All of a sudden I was like, do I look at myself or am I looking here? What's happening? Okay, I'm back. I am so okay. Okay, let's start over. So my name is Jodi. I am a mom, first and foremost, of teenagers, which is craziness. And I'm an actress. So I love that you told me that you were an actress. So obviously I feel that connection with you. It's obvious. And I am a business owner of PinkSav diaper rash cream, and nobody can pronounce it. And it's right. It doesn't really matter. It's PinkSav. So my grandfather invented it. Then my grandmother ran the company until she was 98 years old. And people love it it's from Cleveland, Ohio. That's where I'm from originally. And people from the Midwest know all about it and they swear by it. And they think it's like this great diaper rash cream. And I really had nothing to do with it when I was growing up. It was really just this little engine that my grandfather invented it. Grandmother ran the company. And it wasn't anyone's livelihood. It was just this diaper rash cream that was out there. And no one did anything with it. It kept being sold and money would come in and then they'd make more product and then being sold. And it wasn't like anyone used it to be the thing that they didn't, wasn't like, oh, if this doesn't sell, we're not going to have money for food. This was just a little side hustle. Now, cut to almost 90 years later, people tell me that they've used it for so many generations.
Wow.
Someone just told me, and it's like amazing. If you go to our Instagram, you can see the story that she used it. She uses it now on her grandmother. She uses it on her 8 kids because her grandmother has I think something she is paraplegic and she's bedridden, so she gets bed sores. So people use it for bed sores, and people use it on their babies for diaper rash, and people use it for eczema. I mean, it's just like it's such a multi-use cream. So anyway, I digress. Now everyone is loving this diaper rash cream, but no one knows about it, and that's where then my sister and I came in, and we're like, we need to figure out how to do this, and we're not big business people. It's not like it's something that we know, but we are jumping in and we are trying to get the word out. And right now we are fortunate enough to be in Kroger, which is really great. They took a chance. I know, right? And obviously we're on Amazon and we're on our website. But it's really fun and it's really exciting because the other part about this it's the connectivity of other people. I started going on Instagram and I just reached out to other moms and dads and just said, what's going on? How are you? I just want to introduce myself. I am an owner of this amazing diaper rash cream. Let me know if you'd like to try it. And then I would send it to them and they would say, oh my gosh, it's so funny. You would say, you could be someone's coin that they're looking for. They would say, this is so crazy. My baby's diaper rash is so bad right now. And diaper rash can get so bad where it can be the skin breaks down and it's terrible. And they'd say, nothing is really working. And then it was just like the crazy timing. And then I would send them a free tube and they would write back and they would say, it worked. We loved it so much. And then it was just like, hey, promote it. Would you please let people know about it? And that's how it's been. And so then when I met you on Clubhouse, I just wanted to tell people about it and just say, listen, and I think I said, do you know of any platforms I can maybe be interviewed on just to get the word out? And you were just so lovely. You said, come on out. So that's basically that in a nutshell, the story of PinkSav.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And then Monica says, I'm finally converting to iPhone. Well, come on, girl. So we can look, I'll save an invitation for you. So when you convert.
That's right. Exactly. When she gets on her iPhone from her old like rotary phone, she's like, hello? Is anyone out there?
Exactly. You know, I was so excited about this PinkSav because I was like, I don't have kids, but I knew people that had, with babies because I just got a new niece. So I'm excited about that. And, we were
It takes a village. If you have a new niece, then you have a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They will rely on you. Let's be clear.
I told them, and when she starts walking and she's potty trained, she can come stay with Aunt Deborah all the time. But now, y'all got it. I'll take her home, but I'm excited about it.
You just give her back.
That's it. And I'm good at it.
Smart. You're a smart woman.
So, the part that really got me about your story was when you were talking about your grandmother was just like, we're just doing it. How did y'all finally make that turn of wanting to take your family business to the next level? How did y'all make that decision?
That's a really good question. I think about a year and a half ago, after I realized that, at least for me, I was in a position with my acting career that I needed to supplement my income. I was like, wait a second, this is so crazy. I am part owner of this company. And it was just sitting there on the side. It was running itself, basically. We do have someone who helps us do all the logistics, sending stuff out. And I mean, it's an FDA approved product. It's a medical product. So it's not like it's just something we're like tinkering in the backyard. It's It's all
Well, you
legit.
know
But
you out there in the backyard with your pot trying to stir it up.
I'm just like stirred it up.
Over the fire. Over the
That's
fire.
exactly it. I was like, I'm so sick of being over the fire. That's when I knew I needed to call in someone to fix this thing. I love the idea that I'm just sitting there. So what happened? So I realized, wait a second. Talk about just like that, realizing that there's something right there in front of me
Mhm.
that I need to help and make this well known, because it's like, you know, that thing that you were just saying, you get ready, be ready, because when your time's coming, this diaper rash cream has been ready since its inception, since 1927. People have been loving it and it's been healing so many things. It was originally invented to be not just for diaper rash, it was any kind of sore, but it has been ready for so long. And it's just been kind of like, anytime anybody wants to just focus in on me, I'm right here. I'm right here. So I said that to my sister. I'm like, we have this incredible product that we have a legacy, essentially, and it felt like, even just in honor of my grandmother, who was this incredible woman. She was a social worker. That's ultimately was her trade. She went to graduate school at Case Western, and there's a I know, girl was fancy before her time.
Right.
There's a right?
Like,
Like they were like, it wasn't happening back then. You know what I'm saying? She like busted out and made a way for herself. And now there's a library in her name at Case Western, at the School of Social Services, because of she, like, giving back was her main thing. So that is sort of what made the turn. So I was in a position of, wait, I have an opportunity to do something with this company. Why don't we make something of it? It's ultimately giving back because it helps so many people. And then also we were aligning with different charity organizations, because the whole thing is like, oh, when your company's really big, you can start giving to people. I was like, no, I want to do it now. I mean, we're not a big company. I mean, it's not big at all, but I don't feel like you wait to donate. So if you only, let's say you make $100, like, okay, then donate, 5 of it. Like, you can do it now. So that's something else that was really inspiring to me to want to kind of push PinkSav right now. Also, was just being philanthropic with the idea of, we can have a company, we can make something great from it, and we can also help other people too. So it's this sort of three-prong approach too with it, wanting to, of course, make money. I'm not completely like an idiot. I have to survive, right? So you want to make money. That's one part. 2, I want to do it from the legacy of my grandmother. And 3, I want to also be able to give back.
I love it. And and in this time, I think everybody's eyes have been opened even more of how we can start giving back to our communities, and because when we say it takes a village, it takes everybody. I don't care if you're black, white, green, blue, purple, orange with pink polka dots. I don't care if you're a man or woman, long hair, straight hair. We got to learn how to work together, because honestly, we all going down together. So we're going to all have to help each other come up.
Yes, Deborah, this is so true. That's so, I mean, and speak of, I mean, like, it's sad to say, I mean, we've been going down, like, this last year, it's been a lot of going down. And that, during that time, I thought, how can I help people, especially so many people have lost their jobs, so much like has been going on. And so I just posted this thing on Instagram and just said, like, tag someone who needs help. If anyone needs the PinkSav, if anyone needs diaper rash cream, just tag them, have them DM me, and I'll just send them a tube. And so I started that, and then I sent out, I don't know, maybe like 50 tubes. I was so grateful that people actually did it, because sometimes people don't, like, they're like, oh, really? I'm going to DM you for a free something. What's the catch? I was like, no, just please DM me so I can help, So that was one way of giving back, for sure.
I love it. I love it. That is so amazing, because we have got to learn to give back. So, we got to make a little turn in this conversation.
Let's do it.
You're an actress. So why don't you share with the people, what have you been on? What have you been doing? And then, and you really got to tell us, what is it like now being all on quarantine out there where you are?
Okay, exactly. Like, what's going on out there in Hollywood? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I can just say it's so crazy right now, because normally you go and you do an audition, and you go to the casting director, and you're out there, and then you're talking to the director, and it's this whole thing. Well, now you're in your room, putting yourself on tape, sending it out, like you could be literally wearing your pajama bottoms and like you're just recording yourself from up here. No one knows, no one, just whatever you can, you got to like MacGyver it, set it up however you can. So that's how it's been during this time with COVID. And I've been fortunate though. I worked on a show that hasn't come out yet. It's going to be on HBO. It's called Generations. Yeah. And it's going to be
thing like Generations back in the day, the soap opera that came on. See, I'm old enough to remember that. Oh yes, honey.
Yes, you did. Just did right there. Dropped it. Outed yourself. I love it,
girl. I know, because you had grandparents that watched soap operas. You kind of knew all of them that came.
Oh, right, totally. It's gonna be on HBO, and I don't know when that's airing because it's a new show. And then this week, I'm actually working on a show called Rebel, which is, Erin Brockovich. Remember when Julia Roberts played Erin Brockovich? It's a show loosely based on her life, and she is one of the executive producers, and it's her show. She created it, and I get to work on that for a few days. I actually just went and did my wardrobe. I just came from the wardrobe fitting just now, but it's all like everything is super strict with COVID. Everyone's wearing their mask. I had to do a COVID test before I worked, then I have to do another one tomorrow before I actually go on set on Monday. So it's, sadly right now, it's not good here in LA. It's really hard. So a lot of people are sick and a lot of people are dying. So it's been really crazy. Where are you right now?
Oh, I'm in Wisconsin, believe it or not. That's like
you're in Wisconsin.
Joke.
Okay.
That's like my biggest joke because I just moved here during the pandemic from DC. So that's like been like the joke of the century right now. But God is in the control. I just say, okay.
No, that's right. By the way, Wisconsin is gorgeous in the summertime. I know it's cold right now, but in the summer.
Yeah,
have you lived there in the summer yet?
I got here in June. So getting here in June was a little different with COVID because everything is still kind of closed. Yeah. Yes, I miss y'all too.
You are loved.
I think
now you're in the Midwest.
I am.
Now you're in like the country that I grew up in.
Yeah, and so that's why when you said it, I was like, oh my God, let me get on here so I can start telling people I know something about the Midwest. And
that's right. You know about diaper rash cream.
Know about diaper rash, y'all.
That's right. That's perfect.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yes. And I have seen the commercial for Rebel, so I'm excited about that. That is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And it's been a long time. I did theater when I was growing up in Cleveland, Ohio, in high school, and then I went to school in New York City, and then moved to Chicago and did theater, and then came to LA and just making it happen. It's not it's not all glamorous when it's like it gets you just try to get a job. That's the truth of it. That is the truth of it, right?
The major truth of everything. And
it's just the truth of it.
Yeah, I tell everybody, it's like, yes, I have been by day, I teach, but I have been doing, like when I was out on the East Coast, I was able to do a couple shows, a couple things here and there. But
awesome.
It's like, you got to have something to fall back on for those just in case. And we've been hearing about a lot of the actors and a lot of people that are in LA that have been figuring out, oh my God, I do have another talent. Oh my God. And I was like, that kind of leads us right back to PinkSav because you had something major that had history to fall back on. So my next question would be, what advice would you give somebody that has something that's out there, but they just are afraid to take the leap? What advice would you give them?
That's a really great question. I think the thing is, first of all, is be willing to let go of the definition that you put upon yourself, because I think so often we have, at least I can speak for myself, it's I am this one thing. I'm an actress. This is what I do. I couldn't do that. How could I know? How would I even know about being a small business owner? How would I know about Instagram? That seems crazy. Or the other thing I would say to someone is, know that you're not defined by what you do. That is not who you are. That does not define like your greatness, who you are. Because honestly, the self-esteem that that gets wrapped up in like, oh, I'm an actress. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't that doesn't, that can't base my own integrity and my self-worth on if I have this part or I don't, because there's plenty of times when I don't have that part, when I'm the one who doesn't get it, and then I'm feeling like I'm in the dumper. So I think the thing I would, my kind of inspiration and hope for anyone would be, take a risk and try something that here it is. Creativity can come in so many different forms. It can come in Clubhouse. It can come in being open and listening and being out of the box and being willing to look at someone else and be like, wait, hi, I'm hearing what you do and I'm sharing what I do. And then now you're writing something about it, or now you're being interviewed, or now you're connecting with someone on Instagram and or any platform. I think that's it for me, is just take a risk and not be afraid to deny, like not be afraid to let go of an old idea of who you thought you were, because you are so many things. You are more than just, yeah.
That is so good. You know,
right?
and that's the biggest thing. We get caught up in, I'm just this, I'm just that. I mean, think about if you just got caught up, oh, I'm just the granddaughter. I don't know how to do nothing else. I'm just the granddaughter. You know, that's just like such a, oh no, my favorite one would be, yeah, this just something we do on the weekends. We ain't got to try to get it out there. We ain't got to try to tell nobody that it exists. It's just something we do. It's like a hobby, you know. But you know, it's a major mindset shift that you have to take in order to move on. And Monica says, got to be willing to shift from your original definition.
Monica, exactly. I feel like Monica said it. I need to write that down. Got to be willing to shift from your original definition. Yes, that's exactly right. Because if I don't shift, then I'm like repeating some old story that doesn't even exist anymore. There's new things, there's new stuff. And also one other thing I will say is not to be afraid to not know. Like, right. So I don't know how to do something. Well, I can ask someone. I asked you, I was like, how do I get it out? Who can I talk to? You're like, come on my show. Like, this is how, if I'm afraid to look dumb, or I'm afraid to not know something, how am I going to grow? I guess that's how it was for me. So this is my kind of taking a chance and saying there's something out there that is really helpful to people, helps people's skin, and I really want to let people know about it. And I'm going to do it however I can.
And you know,
that's really it.
Amazing part, because a lot of times we get caught up on platforms. We get caught up on who I know and who I don't know. And sometimes you have just got to make the leap, period. You have got to jump out and say, look, this is getting ready to get done. I don't care how we do it. It's just going to happen. And that's what you got to do. So how was it? Okay, so we got to go back to the family business. How was it talking to your sister to convince her that this was the leap you guys needed to make?
You know, it's interesting because on that regard, we both kind of felt it at the same time, because she was living in Cleveland and then she moved out to LA. Just coincidentally, it was like we both ended up here, but it wasn't a coincidence. I lived here first, and it was like that love of wanting to obviously be with your family. But and she started looking around for like, what should I do? It was like we both were like, what are we gonna? And then it was one of those like, wait, we have this company that exists, but no one knows. We need to do something. It was sort of like an aha moment for both of us. But where it gets tricky with the family part is that she's the like level-headed one, and she's the one who's like, you know, thoughtful and conservative about like, okay, this is how much we can spend, this is how much we can do. And I'm much more like, oh my God, we have to do this. This is this. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. So I think if anything, when it gets tricky with that, is making sure that respecting each other's way, so it doesn't turn into some sort of like family feud or something. Because I think that's it. It's not making things personal and going back to, okay, what's been the best interest for this product? And sometimes it's not the thing you think you want, and sometimes it's not what she wants. So it's somehow, because I know they say like family businesses can get ugly, right? And we haven't had that, but right. So so right now it's not ugly, Deborah, but listen, if anything should happen, you'll have me back on. I can tell you some of the down and dirty. But we don't have the down and dirty right now.
Yeah, but you know what? It all boils down to, and that's just like partnering with anybody, is that you've got to learn how to respect each other's idiosyncrasies. Because so many times we forget that we're all different, but even though we grew up I tell everybody this, me and my brothers, we all grew up in the same household with the same parents, ate at the same table. But when I tell you, you got 3 totally different personalities coming out of that household, we are so totally different. But at the end of the day, we can still get together and get something done if we have to get it done, because we know know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So how do y'all build on y'all strengths and weaknesses?
Oh, that's interesting. I think how we do is, I think what we do is allow, for me anyway, I noticed that I tend to be more vocal and more social in some ways than my sister, as far as like wanting to be on like this kind of a platform. So she knows that, and so she's just like, okay, go do your thing, or allowing for me to be the one who's connecting on Instagram, because for me, I'm maybe the one who's not afraid to show myself. Not that she's afraid. That's not, she's going to be like, oh, really? I'm afraid. No, I'm not afraid, but I think she's more of a private person. And I respect that. You know, some people that's something that's not a problem. It's just, it's something that I respect in her. But I'm much more of like, let it all hang out. So it works for me to be able to focus that into being open and connecting on Instagram. And for Hallie, my sister's name is Hallie. For Hallie, I think for her, she reminds me a lot of my grandmother, which is so interesting because they work together, and she is very much about how can we move forward, but how can we do it in a way that we're being smart, and how can we do it in a way that we're not just spending everything and going crazy. And she has this sort of, I would say frugal, but it's a little bit of that, you know, but it's just a way about her that keeps things kind of going along. And she's always been like that. So I think it's allowing that to be there, and maybe just honoring that in each other. I think each other's strengths.
Yeah, that is awesome. And Monica said, respect the quirks. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, gotta respect the quirks. Monica is on fire.
Yeah, and I think that's with anything that we do, anything that we tackle. And, we just have to respect each other's quirks. We have to respect each other's differences, because I know if we started to respect each other's differences and just operate in our lane, what we could do, we could turn this whole world around if we just learn how to respect each other's, as Monica would say, quirks.
Yes. Operating in our own lane. Okay, but then the question I have for you is, so you're operating in your own lane and you're respecting the differences. This is the hard part, right? It's like, okay, you doing your thing, I respect that. I'm doing my thing, I respect that. But how to pull back when the other person's wanting something and you necessarily disagree with it. So I think that's like that to me is the challenge, right? So it's like,
yeah, the challenge is the communication piece. Like, I have some partners now that I'm working with. We had a misunderstanding about something, but then we got to the point we just said, okay, look, whatever it is, we're bringing it to the table. We're going to talk about it. We're going to vote about it. And that's how we'll move forward. We won't move forward unless we just say, hey, this is how it's going to work. And I think the biggest thing is figuring out what works for when we all come to the intersection. When we all get to that roundabout, and who's going to get on that roundabout first to keep going, you got to figure out what direction are we going to go in. We're going forward today. We're going clockwise, or we're going counterclockwise. And I think that's something that that's what really would help that situation work. So
that's something that's good to remember, that, because I think that if I had to say like a stretch or like a challenge as a business owner, I can get super excited about something and want to make sure that, no, we have to do this opportunity. This is like a great opportunity. We have to go for it. And it's like, well, right now that doesn't necessarily fit in financially with what we budgeted. And I'm the kind of person like, well, we'll charge it. We'll just charge it, and we'll be, and then it's like, and now we're going in debt. So, right. So I'm saying, so I have to.
So that's why the two of us could never work together, because
we'd be charged.
We'd be like, where we going? We go, ooh, we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do that. So this is why people like that don't need to work together on. No, it always has to be that one person to balance those two people out, because we'll be like, oh, no, y'all, we got to do this. We got to go to that. They need.
That's right. Yes. And you know what? There does. Your sword, that's it. It's that we need that quirk needs a little like balance on the other side.
Yup,
And
yup.
then it's remembering that. And therein I think lies like then ultimately the growth. Thank you for the nuggets. I love, right? You do have some good nuggets.
Yeah.
Is this how it always is on here? Is it always just like a bunch of nuggets going on?
We are
I'm
always.
tuning in. I am gonna be tuning in. How often do you do this? What's happening? When is this happening?
That is so funny. We come on every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are here every Thursday. We usually our seasons run from usually I do January to May, and then I take the summer off and I take Christmas off, and that's how we do it. And we just rock and roll. We rock and roll,
Love it.
and just like you were saying that you were trying to getting the word out about PinkSav, that's the same thing that I'm doing with conversations because I'm not. How can I say this? I bring our show to people that would normally talk about certain situations, and they don't tend to think because I have a religious belief and I have a strong religious belief, they always want to say, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. I was like, no, honey, we're going to talk about everything on this platform. And I want to make sure that I'm opening it up to other people for them to be on this platform because you need a voice. You need to have that tape. Because a lot of times when you're in the industry, you need to be able to show people that you've been interviewed, that you have done this. So that's what I always wanted to be. I always wanted to be that person that I didn't have when I was trying to get out there. Because they were like, well, do you have a tape? I'm like, no. I can make
Really? Right. Yeah, exactly.
I can do it. But that's
And then
part.
how do people do so no, is it word of mouth? Like how I'm gonna have to like make sure I'm gonna be tuning in and I'm gonna be making sure people are tuning in. Is
You know,
that how it's been for you? Has it been word of mouth? How do
it's been
you
word of mouth, posting, and just getting out, and then just making sure we're getting different guests on, and just really doing some things to make sure that we are reaching out to different audiences. And then it goes down to just having different guests on, and then opening up the floodgates for the different guests that we have. And some of it is that now we are and I've been teaching people this too. We're being intentional about the guests that we have. We're talking to people that actually have something to talk about. That people want to
exactly.
hear. What a concept. You know, when we were in the studio, then we were able to have different artists on. They were able to come on and perform live. So now we're trying to, do some different things that, to just start getting the word out and spreading the word. And that's what we're doing.
I love it.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna like send you some people. I know interesting people, Deborah. I'm gonna send them your way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You might not want them though. You might be like, yeah, not that one. But
No,
we'll see. I don't know. I'm just excited.
we have had all kind of guests on our show. We've talked about a lot of things on this show. So yes,
I love it.
open. We are so open. And you know what? And we have gotten to the end of the show. Y'all, we have made it to the end. It's been so much fun. Y'all know what our theme for tonight is toot toot. Hey.
Yeah, beep beep. Toot, toot.
The
Yeah,
word out there about us. And Jodi, if someone wanted to connect with you to find out how to get some PinkSav, how could they do it?
Okay, let's see. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to go to pinksav.com, but that's PINXAV.com. Or you could go to PinkSav on Instagram just to check out what's happening there. You can go to Amazon. Amazon is always a great one too because it's, free shipping. Although we do free shipping too from our website, just so you know. So there's a couple of places, or a bunch of Kroger's. There's a bunch of Kroger's stores that have PinkSav as well. So toot toot. Oh yeah, Sarita's got toot toot. Yeah, beep beep.
Y'all gonna go back and find that song now.
That's right. And wait, who sings that again? That was Donna Summers? No.
I think it was. It was one of the girl groups. That's all I do know. It was a girl group.
And I want to say the offer still stands. If someone, needs some PinkSav, DM me on Instagram and I will definitely send you a tube. I would be more than happy to. If you'd like to try it, please, please, please just don't be shy. DM me and just say, Deborah sent me.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, guys, it's been fun. It's been real. I love you to life, and ain't nothing you can do about it. We are definitely back here to, I don't know, y'all. These shows have just been phenomenal. And so I just want you to jump in, and we will definitely see you. See you soon. Have a great one. Well, y'all, we are definitely having some technical issues, so I'm just going to see y'all because nothing wants